In this video, you will learn what you have to do to slow down penile aging. By following some simple steps, you will be able to preserve penile function and size. It may even be possible to reverse what has been lost. But don't get too excited. There are limitations to what is physically possible. However, there are distinct differences between what you can do yourself and what I can do as a specialist in sexual health. Nevertheless, my success depends upon your input. My results are only as good as the foundation that you have full control over. So in this video, I'll be talking about the foundation that has to be built at home and not so much about my therapies. Besides, I already did that recently. If you haven't watched the video, I will link it at the end. If you are new to UroChannel, my name is Dr. Stefan Buntrock and I'm a board-certified urologist and specialist in sexual health. I also hold board certifications in sports medicine and nutritional medicine, which is going to be important for what I'm about to tell you. I would like to cover 5 areas: genetics, nutrition, physical activity, the pelvic floor, and everything else. When it comes to our genes, there is really not much you can do about it. You are born with them. They determine how old you can become under perfect living conditions. Many people don't live up to their full genetic potential. They have adapted lifestyle habits that chop off chunks of their genetic lifeline, so to speak. Let me explain why. The cells of the body renew themselves within a certain time frame. Roughly every few years, almost all cells are replaced by new ones. Our chromosomes have kind of like a tail. It is called a telomere. That tail consists of repetitive DNA sequences. This is what I just called the lifeline because with aging, the telomeres shorten. This directly affects your lifespan and biological age, also the biological age of your penis. So you want telomeres as long as possible. Your lifestyle determines how fast your telomeres become shorter. In other words, although aging is inevitable, you decide how fast you age. Smoking, alcohol, poor sleep, party every weekend, no sports, and junk food works like a chainsaw to your tree of life. I like that. Tree of life instead of penis. It's almost like something from a skaldic Viking poem. So, how do you take care of your tree of life and get the most out of your genes? I think the single most important point is nutrition, and it's the most critical and the most difficult. Think of it as fuel for a car. If you are driving a sports car, the least you want to do is to fill up the tank with diesel fuel. With nutrition, it's the same. But nutrition is such a sensitive topic. Nutrition is not just about food. It's about belief, culture. It's almost like a religion. I know that many of you are very critical towards the pharma industry. You feel that you've been lied to, that you were given drugs that made you sick. I mean, just look at the fentanyl crisis. When there is financial profit to be made, ethical standards sometimes can become disregarded. The tobacco industry has lied to the public for decades. They bought scientists to come up with studies denying the detrimental health effects of smoking. So what if the food industry did the same? If you are critical, you can't deny that there are big bucks to be made. Maybe you should ask yourselves if you are using the right fuel for your body. I know diet is a sensitive area, and I am not asking you to change everything at once. Changing one's diet is a journey. What if you start preparing all your meals from fresh ingredients? Skip microwave meals and fast food for 2 days and start cooking. And after a few weeks, you change another thing. Ask yourselves, who is using you to make money? It surely isn't me, even if all doctors only want your money. But don't worry, I'm thousands of miles away, so you are safe. But wait a minute, give me $1.99 and become a member of UroChannel. It shows your appreciation for informing you about crucial health topics on YouTube. But okay, if you don't want to pay the greedy doctor, like this video and subscribe to UroChannel because that's totally for free and it also shows your appreciation for my content. Thank you. Anyway, I've been on my nutritional journey a bit longer than most of you. Given the scientific evidence and learning about nutrition during the past years in my classes, I arrived at the conclusion to go completely plant-based. I'm not asking that of you, but I'm asking you to question some of your beliefs. I tried the sensor the other day. My wife told me not to reveal the result. However, I think if she would have given me the permission, all of you would turn plant-based immediately. The next important area is physical activity. Everything that is good for your cardiovascular system is good for your penis. Your telomeres like physical activity too. A 2017 data analysis from the NHANES study looked at telomere length and physical activity. You know, that is a nationwide ongoing long-term survey in the US. High physical activity was associated with significantly longer telomeres. Compared to adults with a sedentary lifestyle, very active adults had a biological aging advantage of 9 years. 9 years! So in other words, if you start an active lifestyle, you will slow down penile aging. The sooner in life you begin, the better. However, despite all effort, there are men who do everything right, yet they suffer from erectile dysfunction. There are patients where I don't know what's wrong and I can't find the underlying cause. Stress is a very potent disruptor of sexual function, but I mean, ask anybody about stress and they will tell you that they are stressed out. It's difficult to determine how this affects the individual man. Pelvic floor dysfunction can be a problem at almost any age. Poor and too little sleep is also associated with increased aging. There is scientific evidence showing an accelerated shortening of telomeres when there is less than 7 hours of sleep. And of course, never smoke, don't use drugs, and if you can, stay away from alcohol. Amen. But joke aside, if you take just one thing away from this video, remember, your lifestyle shapes your sexual health. We are living in a world where the simple things for a good life and old age have become incredibly hard to implement. If you want to know what happens to the penis with age, here's a video about it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.